site of the village of Clifton. In particular, the Clifton Colored School was located behind us. It was built in 1890 to 1891. So we're going to take a look at the site of where the school was located and a cemetery that's still located there today. So come join us. This is the Campbell Jackson Cemetery. So it's located in the ghost town of Clifton. Clifton, of course, was an African-American settlement on Merritt Island. And all the individuals buried here are African-American. And some of the original pioneers and founders of the town are here. And we're going to take a look at the graves and examine the histories of some of the individuals buried here. So let's take a look. This is the grave of Walter Rowland Campbell. He was born in 1899 and passed away at the age of 14 in 1913. This is the grave of Mattie Campbell, who died in 1918. This is the grave of Wade Holmes. He was born in 1862. He arrived here in Clifton in 1883. He purchased 39 acres from Butler Campbell, and he also donated land for the Clifton School. He grew vegetables for northern markets. One of the original pioneers of Clifton. This is the grave of Priscilla Campbell. She was born in 1894 and passed in 1913. This is the grave of Lucas Campbell. Dates of birth and death unknown. This is the grave of Lucy Warren Campbell. She was born in 1862 and passed in 1890. One of the original pioneers. We're going to look at a series of several graves here. The first one is Rebecca Young, unknown dates of birth and death. Mello McLeon, also unknown. Alex Taylor was born in 1894 and passed in 1950. And which was make him one of the final graves here. Martha Taylor, also unknown. This is the grave of an unknown person. This is the grave of Butler W. Campbell. He was born in 1848, died in 1922. He was an African-American. He's actually a freed slave from South Carolina. And he purchased 198 acres here. He was the first to homestead Merritt Island. He helped to build the Clifton School. This is the grave of Walter Campbell, dates of birth and death unknown. This is the grave of Maggie Jackson, unknown dates of birth and death. And next to that is the grave of Andrew Lloyd Jackson. He was born in 1850 and died in 1921. He was one of the original pioneers. He was an African-American. He was a shipwreck survivor. He moved to the Douglas Dummett Grove and worked there, and which Douglas Dummett was the chief landowner and citrus magnate, very famous person in the area, with the Second Seminole War ties, and he was also elected to the Florida House in Congress. He married the daughter of Douglas Dummett. Her name was Kate, and he married her in 1872. He purchased 60 acres of land from Butler Campbell, the original landowner here in Clifton. Buried next to Andrew Lloyd Jackson is his wife, Kate Dummett Jackson. She was born in 1849, passed away in 1918. She was the daughter of the citrus magnate Douglas Dummett. So not far from the Campbell Jackson Cemetery was the Clifton Colored School. As we discussed, it was built between 1890 and 1891. It was built by Butler Campbell and Andrew Lloyd Jackson, the two most prominent men in the Clifton. It was built on land provided by Wade Holmes. So curiously, this school was saved in 2004 when it was discovered in the woods. It was abandoned, nobody knew it was there, and somebody hiking through not even a trail, discovered the school. And they saved the school. It's supposed to be put into a historical village, but that's not yet been developed. So it's in storage someplace right now. It was school was a 12 by 16 foot wooden structure, and it was built of heart pine lumber. By 1910, most children had graduated and moved, so the school had a history of less than 20 years. So this is the area where the school was discovered, and we're going to try to poke in and see. It was, I believe that an oak tree was actually growing through the middle of it when it was discovered. So we'll take a closer look. This is a vintage photo of the Clifton Colored School. It's a trekking through the woods a little bit. I got hit in the head with a vine. This is the approximate location of where the school was located. And you can see a bunch of oaks. There's an oak here. So one of the oaks was growing through the tree. The oak couldn't have been more than 80 years old since the school had existed up until 1920. So, but it was found in these woods, saved, recovered, and eventually will be put on display. So if you enjoyed this trip to the Clifton ghost town with us, please click like, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you on the next adventure.